Guys, what is going on? It's Curtis here, also known as a True Jack. We are back again with some more content, and obviously as the season is finished now, this content does not stop here, however, because we have got the European Championship, which was supposed to be last season, but due to COVID, it got postponed. It's this year now, starts in a few days, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm going to be giving you my predictions for the Euros. So yeah guys, something to look forward to if you want to see more content. Make sure you are subscribing to this channel, make sure you leave a like, and yeah, let's crack on with it. Starting off in Group A, this is what I've gone for. I've gone for Italy to finish top, obviously, and Italy, they're going to be playing all their games in Rome, which is sort of unfair because it's like home advantage. It's being played in like 12 different countries, and yeah, it's different to usually just one nation. It'll be in Germany in the next one, but Group A, which is obviously our group where my country, Wales, is in, I've gone with Italy to finish top because I think, well, they'll be the favourites, obviously, and to be honest with you, I think Italy will finish top. Second place, well, I have got faith in us, Wales. I've gone with Wales to finish second, which is obviously us, because looking at that team, we've got Bale, we've got Ramsey, we've got Brooks, we've got Allen, we've got Roden, solid defender. I thought against France the other night, despite we lost 3-0, we did very well until that Nico Williams red card. We got some big future stars ahead. I think a lot of players in this team will have a good tournament, especially Dan James got lightning pace as well. And yeah, I think I have faith in us this time. Again, just like in Euro 2016, obviously we got to the semi-finals in the last Euros. I'm hoping we can do the same again, but I don't really see it happening. But, you know, I actually fancy us going into the knockouts again. So yeah, I have faith in us. Third place, I have gone with Switzerland. Well, Switzerland, they are a tough team to face against. Well, this group is tough. Every group's going to be quite tough to predict, pretty much. Well, things can happen. Like Turkey, for example, obviously, I'd say, well, I mean, like, I was not expecting us to win the group or not make the semi-finals in the last tournament. So, yeah, something similar could happen. But Switzerland, I've gone with them to finish third, only because, I mean, they've got good players. They've got Shaqiri, they've got Zakaria, they've got Sommer, a good keeper. I mean, Akanji, good centre back. They got loads of good players again, like Wales. Switzerland, Italy, Wales have got very good teams, and also Turkey as well. Turkey is obviously who I'm predicting to finish bottom of this group because, I mean, Turkey, they have caused problems recently. I mean, Yilmaz's a good striker, Soyuncu's a good centre back, Çalhanoğlu, they've got some good players. Every team has good players in it. Tough group to predict, really. I mean, Turkey can cause real problems now and again, but to also, I think this is how the group will end, where we got Italy top, Wales second, Switzerland third, and Turkey bottom. So let's have a look at the most popular ones. And, ooh, yikes, Wales has been the most popular to finish bottom in this group. I mean, we drew 0-0 against Albania on Saturday, which is not really the best result for us regarding our warm-up games for the Euros, but I actually do have faith in us. Switzerland to finish third is where I predicted. Italy top, obviously, and Turkey second. Oh, well, like I said, Turkey can cause real problems. So, moving on to Group B now, and we've got Belgium, Denmark, Russia, and Finland. Well, I gotta say, Belgium will definitely win this group. They'll definitely be the favourites. I think Belgium, obviously, Belgium, they're number one in the world rankings, and to be honest with you, I definitely see them winning the group this time. I mean, sometimes big teams like Belgium, they can collapse in major tournaments. Like think about Germany in Russia World Cup 2018, where they got knocked out of the World Cup. They lost 2-0 to South Korea. I mean, things unexpected can happen, but to be honest with you, I think Belgium, I definitely see Belgium winning this group. Second place, I've gone with Denmark. They are my dark horse team for the tournament. I'd say Denmark, they cause real problems quite a lot, and I think I see them causing problems in this tournament. Third place, I've gone with Russia. Russia, they have done exceptionally well in the last World Cup. Obviously, they were the host nations in the World Cup in 2018. They've done really well. And to be honest with you, I fancy them doing okay. Obviously, Russia we had in the last group. In the last Euros, we did have Russia in our group. They were finished bottom. We hammered them 3-0. And they've been well improved since. But bottom place, Finland, is their first time in the tournament. They got Timo Pukki, who is a man who can cause problems. Hirdeki, decent keeper, but other than that, not much of an experienced Finland team. So, yeah, to be honest with you, Finland, I think they'll definitely finish bottom, considering it's their first time as well. Let's have a look at the most popular choices. It's the exact same as mine. Belgium, Denmark, Russia, and Finland. So, yeah, a lot of people agree with me on that, and yeah, I agree on them. I think Group B will definitely end like that. So on to Group C now. We've got Austria, North Macedonia, Ukraine, and the Netherlands. So North Macedonia is also their first time in the major tournament. I think the Euros. Austria, they finished bottom in the last Euros. Netherlands, who are finally back in the tournament after their first tournament since the World Cup in 2014. So yeah, it's good to see Holland back in this. Ukraine, they did not do well at all in the last Euros. They didn't score a single goal. They lost to Northern Ireland 2-0 in the last Euros. But to be honest with you, I think I see them doing better this time. They've caused teams real problems recently. But this is how the group, I think this will end, Group C. I think the Netherlands will finish top. Ukraine finished second, Austria third place, and bottom North Macedonia. Well, obviously Netherlands, they've got a really good squad, solid squad. I mean, Virgil van Dijk is out for the Euros, which is a big shame for the Netherlands. Ukraine, like I said, have been causing problems recently. I think they'll do well in this tournament. Austria third place. I think they'll do better in the last tournament. North Macedonia, I think they'll come last, even though I've not heard of many of their players. I've heard of Alioski for Leeds, Goran Panda, 37 years old, I think. And that's all I know about North Macedonia. But yeah, let's have a look at the most popular choice. North Macedonia bottom, Ukraine third, Austria second, Netherlands top. Well, I mean, Austria, they are capable of doing something now and again. But to be honest with you, Ukraine, because of the trouble they've been causing, they drew with France in a few months ago. I think it was November, I think it was November time. It was a qualifying game, or was it friend? I'm not too sure, but Ukraine definitely drew against France. They took the lead against as well. I think Ukraine, I have a good feeling about them in this tournament. So moving on to Group D now. This will be an interesting group. Scotland, England, Croatia, and Czech Republic. Well, that is a massive game in Group D. England versus Scotland. This is a game to look forward to in the summer, 100%. Tough group really to predict. Croatia, they were the finalists in the last major tournament they were in, which is the 2018 World Cup. And England, they made the semi-finals, and Croatia knocking them out. And to be honest with this group, I think, I fancy the Czech Republic to finish bottom. Sorry for the Czechs. Apologise. I mean, Souček is a good player. Soufal. Czech Republic, they're on a group for the next World Cup qualifier. And we've already played them. We were 1-0 winners. Czech Republic, I mean, they can be off the ball now and again. They can become good. They can tend to cause problems now and again. Every group is going to be tough to predict. But to be honest with you, I think I see the Czech Republic finishing bottom. Third place, I think I'm going to go with Scotland. I mean, Scotland, their first major tournament since the 1998 World Cup in France. Will they do well or not? Well, a lot of people have doubted Scotland, but to be honest with you, Scotland, I think Hampton Park is one of the grounds, and I think Scotland will do well in this tournament. I do fancy Scotland doing okay in this tournament, and I think I fancy them to finish third place. Second place, I hate to say it, I'm probably going to go with Croatia, because I mean, they got a solid team. Croatia, solid team, but to be honest with you, Croatia, they can lose it a bit now and again. Every game is going to be unpredictable in this tournament, but the way I fancy, like England, they're going to be playing all their games at Wembley, and I fancy them to finish them top of Group D. So yeah, I fancy, I don't want to say it, but I really fancy England winning Group D, because all their games are going to be played at Wembley. England, they intend to beat everyone all the time. Obviously, they got an exciting young team. We got some big prospects coming up for them in the future, and I really fancy England finishing top. Hate to say it, really, and I think Croatia, they will definitely make the knockouts. They got a good enough team, and Scotland, third place. I think I reckon they might do enough for their knockouts. Well, it's got to depend on points, because it's the 4 best third place teams. 4 of them go through, but last place, I'm going to go with Czech Republic, even though they can be quite good now and again. Although they got knocked out in the last tournament at the group stage, and I think I fancy them finishing the group stage again. So let's have a look at the most popular choices. And Scotland to finish bottom. People are really doubting Scotland here. I think Scotland will do alright. But, I mean, Scotland, they can be a bit of an embarrassment sometimes. A lot of people have predicted Scotland to finish bottom, but I really fancy them to finish third. But people have gone with Czech Republic to finish third. I mean, Czech Republic, they are a good team, but Scotland have beaten Czech Republic in recent meetings, so yeah, I really fancy the Scots to finish above them. And second place, Croatia, top England. I think that's probably how Group D would be the most likely to finish, but apart from Scotland finishing third and Czech Republic finishing bottom. Now on to Group E now. We've got Poland, Spain, Sweden and Slovakia. Well, like I said, again, every group is going to be tough to predict. Sweden are capable of doing well. Poland, good team. Spain, really good side with Slovakia. I think Slovakia, they went through the playoffs. They were in our group for the qualifiers. Finished third place, but relying on what their squads are like, I think Slovakia. I'm going to go from bottom to top. I think Slovakia will finish fourth. Sorry, Slovakia. I think Sweden will finish third, even though they can be doing well. They got knocked out in the group stage in the last tournament, but I mean Sweden, they did well in the World Cup, but they did alright. But I think I fancy them finishing third because I think Poland, they got a good enough squad. Robert Lewandowski is their main man. I think he deserves a Ballon d'Or at one point. And top of the group, I got to go with Spain. Yeah, Spain will definitely win the group, I reckon. I mean, Sweden and Poland, they can be a bit of a good shout, but to also, I think I see it going that way. Spain, Poland, Sweden, Slovakia in that order. And let's have a look at the details. The most popular choice is what I predicted, where Spain is to win the group, Poland to come second, Sweden to come third, and Slovakia to come fourth. Right now, on to the final group now, Group F. What a group. What a group, really. But not for the Hungarians, though. It is the group of death for the Hungarians. In fact, Group F, more like Group Death. You get it? Group F, more like Group Death. Funny, yeah? But, yeah, we've got the current holders, Portugal. We got France, the World Cup winners, Germany and Hungary. Oh, well, this is going to be an easy start. Hungary to finish bottom. No disrespect to Hungary, but I don't think they will stand a chance in this group. Hungary, they were in our group as well. We beat them 2-0 to knock them off the automatics where we replaced them. They ended up being in the playoffs, and they came up against Iceland. And Iceland, it's going to be strange without them because we won't have that thunderclap again. But I mean, well, we might see it again in the future, but we won't have the thunderclap this summer. But Hungary, they beat them right at the death to make the final tournament, and I think they will struggle big time in this group. Third place now, I've not been impressed with them recently. They've got a good team, but considering their performance in the last World Cup, I'm just going to go with Germany. I mean, Germany, I've not been impressed with them lately, and I really fancy them to finish third place, to be honest with you, in this group. Second place, I'm going to go with the holders, Portugal. And top, I'm going to go with the World Cup winners, France. I mean, Germany, some people do fancy Germany to do well, but I'm not really that convinced. I think they'll finish third. Portugal, the current holders. Ronaldo, it might be his last Euros. He's currently 36 now. Also, they've got players like Bruno Fernandes. He'll definitely cause problems. Obviously, the Man United attacking midfielder. And I really fancy them to be doing better. They finished, even though they finished third in the last tournament, they still won it. And I think I fancy Portugal coming second this time. And France, the World Cup winners, Kylian Mbappe. I'm going to back him to finish the top goal scorer of this tournament. And I thought they were very unfortunate at last Euros not to win it. Also, they won the World Cup, and I really fancy them to finish top of their group. So let's have a look at the most popular choices. France, Portugal, Germany, Hungary. That is the most popular choice. So yeah, what I predicted is the most popular choice. I think it will 100% end up like that. And now we go on to the 4 best third place teams. Ooh, tough one really. But you know what? I think I'm going to go with Germany, Sweden, Russia and probably Switzerland. Sorry, Scotland and Austria, but yeah, I think Sweden, Germany, Russia, Switzerland, they'll be the best third place teams. And I think they will be the teams to get it because Scotland and Austria, Scotland, they can be a bit... I don't think I see Scotland making a knockouts. They might do, they might surprise us, but Austria and Scotland, I don't really see them making the knockouts. Right, let's start off now, the knockout stages. So, Belgium versus Sweden to kick us off. Well, I think there's only one way to say. Well, Sweden, obviously, they are capable of shocking teams. Like, they shocked Italy in the World Cup qualifiers for the 2018 World Cup by knocking them out on aggregate. But other than that, I think I can only see one winner there, which will be Belgium. Sorry for Sweden, but, I mean, they can provide a shock, but I definitely see Belgium winning this, no doubt. Then we got Italy versus Ukraine. Like I said, Italy can give teams a little scare, but Italy, I think they will be the favourites 100% if they are to come up against Ukraine, and I think I see Italy beating them as well. So yeah, I think Belgium will come up against Italy in the quarterfinals. Now next we've got France versus Switzerland. I think I'll go with France for that. I mean, Switzerland, no disrespect to them, but I think I can only see one winner heading that way, which will be France. Next up, we've got Croatia versus Poland. Ooh, well, I mean, Croatia and Poland, very similar team. I think it's going to be a very tough one to predict, but you know what? I think I'm going to go with Poland. Yeah, I don't know why, but I actually have faith in Poland. But for beating Croatia, I really fancy Poland to go through on that. And they'll come up against France. Next, we got Spain versus Russia. Well, Spain, Russia, them two met in the last World Cup. Russia knocked them out on penalties, but will it be redemption for Spain? Will Russia prevail? I think Spain will get that one. So yeah, I think redemption for Spain on that. England versus Portugal. Well, England versus Portugal will be a big game to watch if that actually happens. England, a lot of people have faith in England in this tournament. I mean, they got a young side, they got some good players. Portugal also got some good players as well, but do you know what? I think I'm probably going to go with Portugal. I might just go with Portugal for that, to be honest with you. Not being biased, but I really fancy Portugal doing well again in this tournament. Next up, we've got the Netherlands versus Germany. And Germany, like I said, have not been impressed with them in recent games, recent tournaments. But, you know, Germany, I think the Netherlands might beat. I think the Netherlands might beat them, but you never know. You never know in a day. But I think recent meeting, I think Holland did win. Germany, will they get redemption or not? But I think I'm going to go with the Netherlands on that. And finally, we've got Wales versus Denmark. So, Wales, Denmark. We played each other in the Nations League in 2018. Denmark beat us twice. We do owe them redemption. But Denmark, they are my dark horse of the tournament. So, well, it's going to be quite tough to predict. But, do you know what? Like I said, I have faith in my country. And I'm going to go with Wales. I have faith in us. Now we go to the quarterfinals now. Belgium versus Italy. Belgium versus Italy is going to be another big game in this tournament. But Belgium number one. Italy they played Belgium in the last Euros and they won 2-0. But to be honest with you, I think Belgium will win that one. France versus Poland. I think I'm going to go with France on that. Spain versus Portugal. Ooh, well, I think I fancy Portugal on that. Netherlands versus Wales. Like I said, I do have faith in Wales, but I don't really see us making it that far this time. So, unfortunately, I think the Netherlands will beat us. I think I'm going to go with the Netherlands on that. Semi-finals, Belgium, France, and Portugal versus the Netherlands. So, this is another big game. France, they knocked Belgium out to semi-finals in the last World Cup. But I think I see Belgium getting the redemption. And I really fancy Belgium to beat them this time. I fancy Belgium making it to the final. Then we go into the Portugal versus the Netherlands. Portugal, they won the last Nations League as well. They beat the Netherlands final. I think Portugal do it again. I fancy Portugal to make another final. And I think Belgium will be the Euro winners. So, there we have it, guys. I think Belgium will win the tournament. They are due to win the tournament. And I really do fancy Portugal making another final yet again. But I think they'll be the runners-up this time. So, yeah, guys. Are you looking forward to the Euros? Yes or no? I am so looking forward to it. I can't wait to make some content out of the Euros. So, yeah, I don't know what to put on. Maybe reviews of Wales games. Maybe a review or roundup of the whole group stage. Let me know what you want me to do. But, yeah, it all depends on views, really. But if you want to see more content, make sure to like, subscribe to post notifications. And yeah, peace.